Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Friend Chad Pearson, and welcome again to my channel. It is July 7th of 2025. I have 12:07 p.m. People, I am very shaken. I want to thank God for the miracle of a gift. I have often asked, why has God blessed me with this gift? And I just don't know what to tell you other than to present this video in hopes that you'll understand that we're in the last days and the sacrifices are real. That many times when there are sacrifices, it will be lamb, it will be the shedding of blood, sorrow. Anything that was once high has to fall, because that's what happened to Satan. Luke 10:18. This video will cover the flood in Texas. I'm sure many of you have asked, why Texas? When it first happened, my mind went back to many floods that I covered over the years. I had to be very careful because I got in trouble. You know, God gave me the gift of the 5 C's, so I see beyond the norm. I see beyond what the news is telling us. I need to show you guys something, so let me just pause, and I will. So I had to stop the video because I was too shaken to continue. Let me show you some things right quick, and we're going to get into this thing. I'm going to show you a biblical story in part, because that's what Satan is doing. He's mimicking the Bible. Obama, the star in the sky, like Jesus, the 3 wise men looked for the star. Texas is being sacrificed. Texas is being sacrificed. I will show you by the numbers. Lone Star. Texas is called the Lone Star. Understand, there was a star in Bethlehem. They're mimicking the Bible. Lone Star is what's under attack. The Lone Star. I want you to see the connection. Dallas, Texas is being sacrificed because biblically the powers are reenacting what Herod wanted to do to Jesus. Sacrifice him. So he summoned the 3 wise men because he saw the star in the sky. Now today, Obama is that star. Lone Star. Jesus was the Lone Star. Texas, their name is the Lone Star State. Now, it's a promised land that they want. I have been saying for years on my channels, Satan wants the real estate. There's a book out called The Promised Land. Who wrote it? Obama. What is the Promised Land? Israel and USA, to bring us into the one world system through WAR. But there's hope. Jesus is the star. I watch these connections. Let's do the history. A few days ago when this happened, I saw pictures like this, and it hit me. And I just didn't know what to do with this story. You guys have emailed me and put things in the chat. Pearson, Decoded, Texas. It finally clicked today.
the Lone Star. It's the Lone Star. It's symbolic for what happens in the heavens.
So, yeah, I went to bed at around 1 a.m. and a couple hours later at 3 a.m. I wake up to the sound of thunder outside. And, I don't really think too much of it. All over and try to go back to sleep. And I start hearing strange noises coming from deeper in the house. And originally I thought someone broke into the house. So I get up and I swing my feet over the side of the bed, and that's when I realized I was standing in water up to my ankle. And so I start to make my way into the dining room, and I'm looking around and I see the wooden deck that used to be there was just completely ripped up, and there's water flowing in from the floor. And that's of course when I call my mom and call my dad, and he told me to try and get to my truck and go to my aunt's house. So
you were there alone.
Mm-hmm. And I grabbed my keys off of the dining room table, and I start making my way towards the kitchen. And I can't see outside; it's pitch black, and the water level was higher outside. So
How high was the water?
At this point, it was probably at my knees.
At your knees at this point.
And then I try to open the door, and just a wall of water starts rushing in at me, and that brought it up to probably about my waist. And I retreat. I try to go back to my bedroom, and by this point, there's furniture floating, and I'm having to crawl over it to get.
And his beacon of hope was there was a window. He got through the window, held on for dear life to the side of the house.
Show you now some new video that's just into CNN. It shows a dramatic moment. Teams rescued 2 people in central Texas and brought them to shore as floodwaters rage. Those 2 lights you're seeing there blare at you, those 2 lights are rescuers in a boat grabbing people. The 2 people were clinging to a tree. This happened in the town of Marble Falls, which is in Burnett County. Joining me now is Alan Trevino, Deputy of Burnett County Sheriff's Office. Sir, thank you so much for taking the time to speak. This has been a horrific time in your community and for your first responders just trying to save people. At one point this weekend, there were 5 people missing, 3 people who were killed in your county due to this flash flood. What is the latest on the rescue and recovery effort there now?
Thank you for having me. Yes, our current totals are still 3 that have been recovered bodies, and now our numbers are down to 3 missing and 63 documented rescues of people that we have either plucked from trees, rooftops, homes that are considered a rescue from the.
The number of people dead keeps rising across central Texas after flash floods tore through the region on Friday. At least 6 dozen people are dead as officials vow to keep searching for the missing.
We had no idea that it would ever get this bad.
The reality of the devastation is still sinking in for many flood victims across central Texas. Intense rain early Friday caused levels on the Guadalupe River to quickly rise by about 26 feet in some spots, triggering widespread destruction across several counties outside San Antonio. Kerr County has suffered some of the most intense losses. It's home to Camp Mystic, an all-girls Christian summer camp where several campers are still unaccounted for. Survivors recount braving intense conditions to get to safety.
We guided our girls hand in hand to these military trucks.
It was nothing short of horrific to see what those young children went through. And
so that's a little of a lot that's out there. The Lone Star. I had pointed to his hat because I was wondering, was this coincidence or is this a prop, allegedly? When you see my video more in detail, you'll understand why. A promised land, of Israel and America. Benjamin Netanyahu is in Washington, D.C. speaking with Trump right now about the WAR. And he's got this hat on right now, this guy. The video is less than 3 hours old. Is it a message? June 19, 2015, Texas was officially designated as the Lone Star State. June 19th. Lone Star, Jesus Christ.
On a silent night, a magnificent star appeared in the sky, brighter than any other. 3 wise men from the east noticed it and knew it signified the birth of a great king. They set out on a long journey, following the star through deserts and hills, carrying precious gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. The star led them to Bethlehem, where they found the newborn king, Jesus, lying in a manger. They bowed in worship, presenting their gifts with reverence. Their journey was a testament to faith and the search for divine truth. As we remember this story, let us...
The Lone Star is Jesus. I believe the powers are reenacting this through Dallas. How do they make these floods happen? You know there are instruments of war. You know that they are. You know that they are. You know what they are. June 19, 2026, anniversary of Texas becoming the Lone Star. July 4th, 2025, the day of the flood. It's 50 weeks in between. That is a mathematical improbability. Exactly 50 weeks. 50 states will be taken out. The Lone Star has so many levels. It's deep. Watch. President Biden on December 24th, he signed 50 bills. One making the bald eagle our official bird. 50. December 24th, 2024, Joe Biden, 7/4/2024, the flood. The difference is Trump's birthday, June 14th. Receipts. Dallas became a part of the United States, December 29th, 1845. December 29th, 2015, anniversary, versus 6/19/2015. This is when they start calling it the Lone Star State. That's why I made it both 2015. It's exactly 6 months, 1 week, and 14 days apart. I'm gonna show you again. On 6/19, that's when Texas became the Lone Star State, 6/19. And I took 6/19 of that year, the same year, Lone Star State, 2015, from the year that Dallas, Texas became part of the United States, the anniversary, 2015. The difference is Trump's birthday, 6/14. I know you're screaming. I know you're screaming. You should be screaming. The whole damn world should be screaming. I ain't never seen it this wicked. Then again, I did the video on MAUI, right, years ago and got in trouble. And I did the one months back on the wildfire, from the song Wildfire. It's crazy. Look at this. Not only is it Trump's birthday, it's 194 days between the day that they start calling Texas the Lone Star State versus the day it was founded. It's exactly 194 days. The 194th day of the year is July 13th. That's when Trump got hit in the ear in Butler, Pennsylvania, they said. This thing got so many levels. Just keep watching. Texas is the 28th state that joined the union. So I made it a date. 2/8/2026 anniversary, 7/4/2025 the flood. The difference is 312. What is 312? Trump beat Kamala Harris by 312 votes. Electoral College. But it's also 7/4, the day of the flood. Mathematical improbability. Then watch. July 4th, 2025, the day of the flood. January 20th, 2025, inauguration, Trump. The difference is 165. The 165th day of the year is what? June 14th. Also, it come out to 5/14. If you don't understand anything else, like I told you from the beginning, it's a promised land. And I'm going to show you a promised land of Israel and United States. And it's right here in the decode. July 4th is when the waters hit. January 20th is when Trump became president. The difference is Trump's birthday. 165th day of the year, June 14th. And what is 5/14? That's when Israel became a nation, man. Come on. It's a promised land. Let me destroy the land, not only Texas, but everything in America, all 50 states. Now, look, who wrote the book, A Promised Land? Barack Obama. October 26, 2023, he was promoting the book. Where at, Pearson? In Texas. October 26 of 2023, Barack Obama was in Texas promoting the book, A Promised Land, in Texas. October 26. October 26, 2023, day of promotion. 7/4/2025, the day of the floods. That was 88 weeks ago on one day. I know you want to bust your monitor right about now. Is this coincidence that he was there promoting his book? And exactly 88 weeks later and a day, the floods hit and Trump just erected 2 flagpoles, 88 feet tall. Y'all need to share this video and we got to pray. Ain't no way in hell this is a coincidence. No way. The Lone Star. This is how vicious hero it was when he tried to kill Jesus. And what did God do in his mercy and grace? He sent angels to Joseph. Get up out of there. They're going to try to kill him. That's why I'm telling y'all, Jesus got to come. They're going to kill us. They're going to kill us, y'all. They're going to kill us. Look. 10/26/2023. What is that? That's when Barack Obama was in Texas. 5/14/2023. That's the anniversary of Israel becoming a nation. The difference is 165 again. The 165th day of the year is June 14th, Trump's birthday. Then look at this. We just did that. So whether it's July 4th, which is America, in relation to the book, or 5/14, the day that Israel became a nation, versus the day of the book, it still come out to either 165, which is Trump's birthday, June 14th, or come out to like 88, the 2 flagpoles. We about to have a 9, you know what? It's speaking. We're almost done. Look at this here. The Lone Star State, Texas, 28th. President Donald John Trump come out to 216. What is 216? The 216th day of the year is August 4th. That's Barack Obama's birthday. What are the odds? Look, there's the book, A Promised Land. A Promised Land. November 17th. November 17th, 2020. That's when it came out. Versus 7/4/2025, the floods hit Dallas. 4724. What is 47? Coincidentally, that's Trump. And what is 24? The 24th letter of the alphabet is X. It's X. It's X. It's X, people. They are telling us, I don't care what anybody say, they're telling us. They're telling us we're being X'd. What I got next? It's deep, y'all. Look at this here. JFK, his birthday, his death date, 11/22/63. Why am I bringing up JFK? Didn't he die in Dallas, Texas? Oh, I'm about to hit it. Didn't JFK die in Dallas, Texas? Did he not? Where the floods at? They're in Texas. 11/22 is speaking. It's speaking, but hold tight. Because Biden back in the day on October 18th of 2023, a week plus later after Israel got hit by Hamas, he told her, you're not alone. The promised land. Listen.
Please, have a seat. I come to Israel with a single message. You're not alone.
You are not alone. You are not alone. JFK was shot in Dallas. 11/22/2024 is the last anniversary of JFK being shot. 7/4/2025 is when the waters broke in Texas. The difference is 7/13. Did Trump not get hit in the ear in Butler, Pennsylvania? That's what they said. What are the odds? They're telling you the future in relation to JFK. A promised land. It's so many levels to this thing. Then look, 11/22, like I said. 7/4/2025, the waters burst. 5/14/2026, the anniversary, next one, of Israel becoming a nation, 5/14. The difference is 45 weeks, exactly 45 weeks. Who's the 45th president? And last but not least, look at this. 5/14/2025, Israel became a nation, anniversary. Barack Obama's last birthday, 8/4/2024. That's where we at. Lone Star State. They did it all symbolic, in my humble opinion, right before our very eyes. The clues are there. God gave me that gift of clues, codes, colors, the confirmation time, which includes the dates and conclusion. I believe I have done justice to it. The Lone Star State is symbolic for Jesus being in the sky, the star. But yet they have a twist. They're coming after Texas because Texas is symbolic also of Jesus. And Barack Obama wants to be, in my humble opinion, that star that everybody worships in the future. So they have a promised land. What's the promised land? To continue this WW3, and they can take everything. And America's going down to 50 states. This is how I see it. It's all in the decode. It's all in the decode. It's right in our face. The Lone Star State, June 19th. June 19th versus the day of the flood, 50 states. What are the odds? 12/24, Joe Biden versus the day that we had the eagle become an official bird, 12/24, 7/4, the waters burst, Trump's birthday. What are the odds, people? 6/19, Lone Star State anniversary. 12/29, Texas became part of the United States. The difference is Trump's birthday. What are the odds? What are the odds? 7/4, the waters burst. 120, inauguration. 165. What are the odds? What are the odds? 10/26, the day that Barack Obama was out with his book, The Promised Land, versus 7/4, the dams broke, exactly 88 weeks ago. What are the odds? 10/26, Barack Obama with his book, A Promised Land. A promised land. And in Israel's anniversary birth date, the difference is 165. And the 165th day of the year is June 14th. My name is Franchise Pearson. If you like the work, please subscribe. Go to my channel. Click on my portrait, because they're going to take him out. Click on more. I have Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, and PayPal. And if you don't think that I'm telling you the truth as to what's going to go down, I need to show you guys something. You need to see something. When you go to my site, let me show you guys something. The video you need to watch. When you go to my site, this is the video right here. Right here. Trump to visit the steakhouse.
He shook the hands of a man. He shook
Trump to visit the steakhouse.
The hands of a man. Right?
In this video, Trump walks to his vehicle, a limo, and the face of Jesus comes out on the window. You're gonna see it. Watch. He gets in the limo, and there's Jesus right there. You tell me they're not gonna take him out? What are the odds Trump will get inside of a limo and a billboard is across the street and the face of Jesus with the halo on his head is on the window? They're telling us in the future the sacrifice is real.